I check it out. So today I get to chat to one of my personal favorite artists, Fetu. This man is a serious vocalist, Fetu, in Sauta. A serious vocalist, Wangempela. Man's been killing the game since Fantuka Afum Fetu, and till today, Usayenza Lentiake Feti Ghosti Futi. Thank you very much for your time, Zano. Look, Zano, I follow you on social media. Unama spiritual moments. You have more than a few spiritual moments on your Twitter, more specifically. I'm not sure if you're teaching, if you're venting, or maybe even warning us about something. So I'd like to know, do you let your spirituality guide you when you make your music?
So I get asked a lot about my spirituality and my music, especially with regards to my social media accounts, where I speak a lot about African spirituality and mainstream religions. This is me, I guess this is how I've always been, and I've just, recently been open more about it on social media. But if you're someone who knows me, these are topics I talk about. These are things I pick people's brains about, and at times these are things that we get into debates, about with my friends and people that I know on the streets or in the industry. How that works in my music, spirituality is a very big aspect in my music. For example, I never work on any song without getting inspired. And whatever song that you've heard on radio, in my career so far, has always dropped in my spirit exactly the way that you hear it on radio. So every instrumentation, every instrument, the vocals, the vocal arrangement, the lyrics, everything just, for lack of a better way of putting it, dropped in my spirit. And, for me, that's just, I work better that way, so spirituality and music, in my life, they go hand in hand, they go together.
Which is why we connect to your music so much. Right? So you've currently got a project out in Njinga Mpanza. It's called Grand Piano Only. That's Grand Piano Only, right? Also, I see you've also started a podcast called ZanoUrban TV on YouTube. Could you please briefly tell us a little bit more about the podcast?
With regards to my collaborations, and the ZanoUrban TV podcast, I'll start with the collaborations first. I'm an artist who evolves, and I believe every single artist should evolve. Otherwise, if you don't evolve, you die. And I've done collabos with the Layabouts, with At Jazz, with Black Coffee, with the Euphonics. The list is endless. I've done countless house music collaborations, especially in that deep house space. And recently I started vibing with the youngsters, man. Young boys come up with the Amapiano movement, and what's amazing is the different directions that you're able to take Amapiano, being able to make them soulful, being able to make them, street, being able to make them, more appealing to radio, you can take them into different directions. So, that's what informed me working with young producers, Yokaba Canals, just to evolve, man, to be able to still stay relevant as much as I'm a soul singer. With regards to the ZanoUrban TV podcast, what we're trying to do is just simplify spirituality, So abantu abaningi thina asikhulanga amasiko. Mina I grew up in the township and I wasn't raised by, parents that were steeped heavily into amasiko. So it's something that I had to learn, I somehow had to do a crash course in African spirituality. And I just find that a lot of young people are going through the same thing. They want to learn, but no one is willing to teach them at their level. So that's just what, we try to do, just to simplify spirituality, just to give people an understanding, and a person can choose, man. There's different strokes for different folks. No one is supposed to be forced to believe, in something, So what works for you might not work for me. what works for me might not work for you. So it is what it is.
It is what it is. I definitely want to check out ZanoUrban TV. Just wrapping it up, Umakoti joins your long list of dope songs, amazing songs. I mean, you've mentioned how Ingoma Yomshato, right? I mean, the title speaks for itself. The song does speak for itself. However, I'm just curious as to what made you feel like Ingoma Yomshato is super necessary right now, you know?
Releasing Umakoti, was sort of a gamble. Because, obviously we are in the festive season. But this song has been bugging me for, a good 12 months because it's a song that we started working on last year. And it's gone through so many transitions. It's gone through so many versions, until Refilwe, who was A&R at Sony, was like, man, let's give the song to Vic, who is a producer. If you know the group called Musat, he used to be part of the group, and myself and Tsikho AMG worked on the song. We gave it to Vic, and he gave it that beautiful R&B feel, which works wonders, man, for radio. And the reception has been amazing. We obviously didn't think that people are going to jump on it the way that they are. And, wedding songs are timeless, man. I grew up in the township where every weekend it was either a funeral or a wedding. And, growing up at Gagasi, every single weekend, from afar, you just hear voices singing, "Oh, my God, go away to see ya," And I just wanted to, have a song that will be a timeless classic, that will feature on first dances, feature Megoziwa Membeso, Mekatwa, because as Africans, we are musical people and we love music, we love dancing, and we love love, So it just made sense, man, to have a wedding song in the festive season.
As Africans, we love love. Zano, thank you so much for your time. More blessings, more life to you, and we look forward to more music from you. Siabo.